Okay, guys, good morning. Last lesson this week for maths, and we're going to do something slightly different. So, we have been doing all about multiplication and arrays and changing adds into multiplication. Well, today we're going to do the 2 times table. Okay, so first of all, and again, you can do this straight. You can do this in your book actually, or you can do it on a scrap piece of paper. But I want you to answer the 3 questions on the board. So the first question says, how many cookies are there? So we're going to be counting in twos. How many socks are there? Number 2. And then can you complete the number track? So we've got 2, 4, 6, something, something, 12, something, 16, something, 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 24. So pause the video now and have a go at those 3 questions. Okay, you should have answers to those 3 questions now. So if we count the cookies, we've got 3 groups of 2. So we've got 2, 4, 6. How many socks? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2 this time. So those 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then completing the number track with the numbers, we're going up in twos obviously, so it's 2, 4, 6, then 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And there's a reason why we're stopping at 24. Okay, so the 2 times table. This is something, it probably is going to be a bit of a boring lesson, but it's something you just need to learn how to do. Okay, and over these videos, it's really difficult to do that. So I will be adding in some other bits into videos next week for help us practice. But for today, it is going to be quite boring, I think. But try your best. So Jack has built some towers using some cubes. Okay, so it's the 2 times table. So we're going to have towers of 2. How many towers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 towers. How many cubes in each tower? We've already answered that question. That's 2. 1, 2. So we've got 4 equal groups of 2. How many in total? And that's 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can write that as a multiplication. 4 groups of 2 equals 8. Or 4 times 2 equals 8. Any kind of questions you get today, it would be good to use resources to help you. Don't try and do it all in your head. Grab some Lego bricks, grab some raisins, grab cereal, anything at all that will help you count in twos that you can group together. Or we can do it the other way. Okay, multiplication, just like add, can be done in any order. So if we think about the arrays from last week, we've got 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, and 4 groups. Not from last week, from this week. So that's 4 groups of 2. But if I use the rows, that's a group of 4, and that's a group of 4. So I've got 2 groups of 4, and it still equals 8. So we can, just like when we add, to make our number bonds, we can swap the multiplications round. Okay. So Whitney has also been building some towers using cubes. See if you can fill this information in on your piece of paper or in your book. So we've got how many towers, how many cubes in each tower, and then can you come up with the 2 multiplications that makes? Think about the towers, and then think about the rows as well. So it's the columns and the rows as if we were doing an array. Okay, so I should have asked you to pause it really, shouldn't I? But to be fair, everybody can see that there's 6 towers. If you haven't finished it, pause it now. Right, now you've had a chance to finish it, and I've given you one of the answers. How many towers has she built? 6. How many cubes in each tower? Well, we're doing the 2 times table, so it's still going to be 2. And we've got here 6 groups of 2. So that's the first. Oh, let's done that one first. We've got 12 altogether. Look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we can write that as 6 groups of 2 equals 12. Or we can swap the numbers round the other way, because we've got 1 group of 6 and 2 groups of 6 if we look at the rows. There we go, 2 groups of 6. Dexter has also been building some towers of cubes. Something different this time. So, have a think about this one. How many towers? How many cubes in each tower? And then do your 2 multiplications. Pause now. Okay, now everybody's had a go at that. We are still going to be doing the 2 times table, but in a slightly different way. So how many towers has he built? He's built 2. How many cubes in each tower? 7. How many altogether? 7 add 7. It's thinking about our doubles. 14. So we've got 2 groups of 7 equals 14. Or if we did it in rows, you've got 7 groups of 2, which also equals 14. So 5 groups of 2, make it. Make 5 groups of 2. What do you have? Pause now while you make it, and then see if you can find the answer. 10. 2 groups of 8. Now remember, you can do that as 2 groups of 8 or 8 groups of 2. Use your resources to help you work it out and find the answer. Pause now. Okay, so the answer to that one is 16. 2 groups of 8 is 16. 8 add 8 is 16. Or you could do 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 add 2. 12 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 12. Have a go at making that. 12 add 12 is 24. And here I've got some blocks to show you. Look, if we go to, when you are timesing by 2, you are doubling. So you've got the 10 add the 10 makes the 24. 10 here add 10 here makes the 20. And then 2 add 2 makes the 4. So when you've got a 2-digit number, and you're timesing it by 2, you're doubling the 10s and doubling the 1s. Like that, see? Right. 2 groups of what makes 14? So get yourself 14 cubes, 14 Lego bricks, 14 whatevers, and put it into 2 groups. Because it's 2 groups of something. And then how many is in each group? Pause now. Okay? 7. Something times 2 equals 22. So how many groups of 2 will make 22? That's what that means. So get groups of 2 and count in 2s until you count your groups until you get to 22. Pause now and have a go at that. And the answer is 11. Okay, problems with aeroplanes. Annie's plane flew twice as far as Amir's. Amir's plane flew 9 meters. How far did it fly? So I'm going to show you this using a bar model. Okay, so that's Amir's plane, and that is Annie's plane. Amir's flew 9. Twice as many is 2 groups of 9. So we've got 9 and 9. 2 groups of 9 make 18. So you didn't have to work this one out. Annie's plane flew 18 meters. So if you've ever come across a problem which says twice as many, then you're going to be timesing it by 2. You're going to be multiplying by 2. You're going to be doing the 2 times table. Right. This is a bit confusing, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. 6 times 2 is the same as 5 times 2, add 1 times 2. Because here you've got 5, add 1 makes 6. So watch. There's our 5 times 2, and there's our 1 times 2. I can also say that 6 times 2 is the same as 4 times 2 add 2 times 2. And then we can follow a pattern, look. 3 times 2 add 3 times 2. Or 6 times 2 is the same as 2 times 2 add 2 times 2 add 2 times 2. I said this was going to be a bit confusing, so I'm going to flip through this actually. But you can use this now to make your greater than, less than, or equal to sentences. So 8 times 2 is what we've got up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it the same as 4 times 2 and 3 times 2? Well, let's do 4 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to here. And then another 3. 1, 2, 3. So no, it's not, because we've still got some left over. Because 4 add 3 makes 7, not 8. So therefore, 8 times 2 will be bigger. For this one, you've got 4, add 4. What does that make? Well, that makes 8, so these ones will be equal. There's our 4 and our 3. That's not the same as 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is bigger. 4 and 4 is the same as 8 times 2. So it's the same. Right. I didn't give you questions which involved the last couple of things on that. I've changed the questions for today. So I've got 2 sheets. The first sheet is just some simple multiplication, 2 times table wheels. So you've got the 2 in the middle, that's what you're multiplying by. So you've got 2 times 2 equals 2 times 3 equals 2 times 10 equals 2 times 8 equals. And I want you to put the answers in the outside of the wheel. Same for this one, and for this one, and for this one. Some numbers will appear more than once. It's to hopefully work on your fluency. The quicker you can recall these facts, the easier it will be when you go to Key Stage 2, because you'll need to know these by Key Stage 2. And then a nice simple colour one. Here you've got 1 times 2, what's the answer? Well, if the answer is anywhere between 0 and 5, you colour it in blue. 6 to 11, colour it in purple. 12 to 17 is pink. 18 to 23 is yellow. And 23 to 28 is green. Okay, colour in the picture and see what it makes. Okay, no problem solving today. There'll be problem solvings next week all together when we've done the 5 times table and the 10 times table. And that's it for today, guys, and for this week. Well done for maths. I know it's been a tricky week, but give this lesson a go and see how you get on.